Sleep. If only going to sleep at night was that easy. In this video, I'm going to talk about some top tips that should be considered if you're struggling sleeping. So continue to watch and hopefully you'll be able to use these tips so that you can sleep soundly each and every night. So in this video, I want to talk about some tips that I give to my clients when they believe that they have problems subconsciously, but in actual fact, it's not that. So the first thing you have to do before you see any kind of therapist for any kind of sleep problems is attend to the things that you can do yourself. So the first one, and some of these are obvious and some of them perhaps not, but the first one is earplugs, because if your bedroom facility is noisy because you live by the main road, because of kids next door, whatever the reason, then this is the first thing. So earplugs. I wear earplugs. I've been wearing them for, it must be 15, 16 years now. And I wear them because my ex-girlfriend used to make a small noise in her mouth when she was asleep, and it used to drive me insane. So I wear earplugs, and I've been wearing them ever since, and I can't stop wearing them. But it's good because you're enclosed and everything's disappeared. And I've solved loads of people's problems, by the way, just by suggesting that, and saved them a fortune in therapies, because the therapies are not cheap, but earplugs cost pennies or cents wherever you are. Next one, do not take devices with you to bed. Do not take your work with you to bed. We'll do two in one. No working in the bed. The bed is for sleep and possibly other things, but definitely not work, okay? No devices, half an hour, 1 hour. No devices with the strong backlight. Laptops, iPads, phones, TVs, cinema screens, forget all that. 1 hour, half an hour minimum before you go to bed. None of this, okay? You want your brain activity to just relax, okay? You want to give your eyes a break. Dim the lights for that half an hour before you go to bed. Relax. You can take a you can take a hot shower, a hot bath, just to completely relax your body before you go to bed. Next one, well, that was 3 in 1 to be fair, but next one, this is probably number 5 or something, is choose the same time to go to bed every night and the same time to get up, if possible. If you can't do that, then there's nothing we can suggest, obviously. But if you can do that, same time go to bed, same time to get up, and you will convince your subconscious mind that this is what's happening, and eventually it will help you, and those will be the times, give or take, that you will get to sleep and you will wake up without an alarm clock, okay? So this is really important. How many hours sleep do you need? Massive, massive debates all over the world for this. There always is. I sleep for 8.5 hours. If I don't, I realise that I haven't had it by halfway through the day. Not halfway, maybe 3 or 4 in the afternoon, 5 o'clock, and I realise I've had an hour less or half an hour, and I feel it. So I guess whatever's right for you, but definitely not less than 8, I would say. People often say 10. If you're lucky enough to be able to have 10, why not? I guess 10's good. Exercise. Don't exercise before you go to bed. No big walks or anything like this. You know, you want to be tired, but you don't want your adrenaline going before you go to sleep. So you want a break between any exercise of a couple of hours at least before you get to sleep. All right, so avoid that. Alcohol. Brilliant for getting you to sleep, but not the right sleep that you need. So avoid alcohol at all costs. That does not help your sleep. Caffeine, obviously caffeine keeps us awake, so avoid caffeine. If you do drink coffee, nothing after 3 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe even earlier, but 3 o'clock would be my cutoff. Definitely don't have caffeine after 3. Hot chocolate as well, things with sugar in, obviously things with sugar in. Avoid these things before you go to sleep because they will keep you up. Fruit as well, don't forget the fructose, sugar in fruit, also a bad idea. That's why you see people having fruit at sports events, because it gives you energy. You don't want that before you go to bed. Make sure the bedroom is not too cold, not too hot. I think it's around about 67 it needs to be, but you just judge that yourself. You know, you definitely don't want to be too hot. Being not too cold, but being cold is better than being too hot, without a shadow of a doubt. Also, blackout curtains. If you've got light coming in through your curtains, if that's or the door, then close the door, blackout curtains, and it'll be a good investment. Stop that light coming in if you feel that's an issue. I got blackout blinds, like security blind, earplugs, door closed. It's like being underground, but it's perfect. It does work. The only issue with that, not an issue for me, but if you are a heavy sleeper, you literally wake up and it could be any time of the day. You've no idea whatsoever because it's impossible for the light to come and find you. So blackout blinds if you can, blackout curtains, security curtains, whatever you can. If you go to bed and you've got thoughts going round and round in your mind, get yourself a journal, wake yourself up, actually wake yourself up and write it down. It's like if you have a bad dream, you've got to wake yourself up, splash some cold water on your face to break it, think about something else, do anything to think about something else and break it. And it's the same with your thoughts. Imagine it's a bad dream, so you write down what you're thinking about and write down quickly why you're thinking about it and what you're going to do about it tomorrow. Schedule an appointment for the next possible time that you can focus on this problem. And then you think, I don't need to think about it now. I've got this covered tomorrow at 11 o'clock or Thursday lunchtime. I'm thinking about this. I don't need to think it now. Convince your subconscious mind to let it go and get to sleep. Meditation is really good. It can just be music. You can listen to music and just focus on your breathing. Get a thought in your mind and then focus back on your breathing and just play that game. Focus on your breathing, and you'll fall to sleep. Counting sheep. It's a similar thing to your breath. You're just boring your mind. So this is it. And obviously hypnotherapy audios like the ones I have on my website, they're designed to get people to sleep if all of these other things don't work. But these things have to be tried first. When it comes to hypnotherapy, when it comes to anything at all that you're paying good money for, always look at the routes that you can take without spending all that money, as long as it doesn't take lots and lots of time, because therapy is usually quick. So have a look at what you can do to help yourself. And then after that, you can go for the shortcut. But always try this list first, 100%. Earplugs, yeah. I don't think I'll ever be able to sleep without earplugs. If I ever find myself and I have to stay somewhere, if I go to a hotel and I've forgotten to take them, I've actually, and this is going to sound crazy, I've actually found things, and I've got scissors from reception. I found like foam mats. There's these, I tell you what's really good. It sounds stupid, but these things that women put in between their fingers to keep their fingers apart with when they put the fingernail paint on. These things, right? I've had these before from receptionists in hotels and places, and I've chopped them up with scissors, anything, because unfortunately I've created a system in my head where I have to have them. But anyway, most of the time you can get these things. So try these tips out and let me know how you get on. And also, if you know of any different ones, stick them in the comments below. I'd love to hear about them. And I'll see you in the next video. Share this with somebody that you know suffers with sleep. I'm going to actually share this with my dad because just recently he's been talking about not being able to sleep and we can't pinpoint what it is yet, but we'll get to the bottom of it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.